Hello, everyone. Okay, so I think we're only just starting to get everyone into the stream. So let's wait a few more minutes and just see where everybody is tuning in from. Okay, all over the world. That's always really exciting. We have people from Denmark. Amazing. Okay. Pakistan. Very nice. NYC. Great. I hope maybe they know our guests. We have people from Iceland. Incredible. Amazing. Miami. Hello from India, Hardik. Hello. Ohio, Brighton. Okay. We have people from all over the place. That's really, really exciting. Fabulous. Okay, so I think that we can already get started. So I'm going to welcome our guests. So first of all, thank you so much for joining us for another Expert Drop webinar. We have two fabulous guests joining us for this session. You're going to meet Anna and Rosaria. They are the founders and creative directors of Les Marteau Studio. So I am going to bring them on now. Just give me a second. Hello.
Oh,
Hi, ladies. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us from New York. I would love it if you could tell me a little bit about yourselves, your agency, and what you have in store for us today.
Yes. So, hello everyone. I'm Rosaria, and she's Anna, my twin sister. We come from Italy, from the beautiful Amalfi Coast. We have a background in mostly fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. And we've combined 20 years of experience in the high-end luxury fashion companies. We work with LVMH, Chanel, Saint Laurent, Cartier, and etc. And we also have combined our family background in interior design. So we develop a very keen eye to color harmony, branding, lifestyle, and aesthetic. So growing up, we started to traveling a lot through Europe, Asia, immersing ourselves in a different culture and also aesthetic. And this journey really helped us to shape our design philosophy and enabling us to bring more meticulous eye to the color, harmony, and details. So we moved then 10 years ago to New York, and we established Les Marteau about 3 years ago. And what we do at Les Marteau. So we transform brand with immersive experience through our unique approach to branding and web design. So our winning formula is strategy meet creativity. So you can be the most creative person, but without a strategy for branding, you're not gonna achieve anything. So our main, let's say, services range from brand strategy and brand identity, logo design, web design to 3D animation, and social media template. So everything between the digital touchpoint and the print asset. So are you ready to discover how powerful branding and motion design can take your website to the next level? So I'm leaving to Anna to walk you through the fundamental of the branding design.
Okay, so as a first step, let's clarify what we mean by branding. Branding is the experience your client have when they interact with your product, with your business. It's how your company look, feels, and talks, and it affects like the 5 senses. So it's the online experience and the offline. For online, I mean your website, your social media presence, from LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. It depends from the target audience you want to get in touch with and touch. And to the offline. Offline, I mean I would say more the ADV campaign to
whatever you have in store.
So, for example, you step into a store that you're selling a beautiful beauty product. You step into Sephora, there are million products. How you can literally catch the attention,
stand out
through branding, through packaging, through a specific color scheme. So I would say that branding is about a memorable experience and consistent impression that sets you apart from the competition. And there are like key elements that I want to show you today. And I will say we have logo suite, color scheme, typography, the visuals, and tone of voice. Let me share my screen.
Yes, no problem. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to move this over.
Okay, this is a branding established in Paris. It's called Maison Celeste. It's an eyewear brand. As you can see, the palette is very bold, but at the same time, it's balanced up with these very earthy tones. So we also present a logo suite, not just a logo. The logo is the 10% of your whole branding experience, and it makes your brand like recognizable. Then you have the color scheme. What I mean for that you need a palette of at least 5 colors. Let me show you. Yeah, go back to that. So 4 to 5 colors, 2 main colors that are bold and recognizable for your brand, and then you have 2 colors that you use like to balance it up the main palette. As you can see, the palette is wider because make sure to use all the gradients. So, for example, this beautiful red, crimson, goes from the 80% to the 20%. Same story for the flamingo. So you can really balance up the palette and create harmony into your into the project. Then you have the typography. Make sure to keep 3 elements. So one font for the title, one font for the subtitle, and one font for the paragraph, as you can see over here. Another important element that literally straighten up your branding is a pattern that can be all over. You can play around with the scale. The pattern can be an element of your logo suite or can be an illustration. Let me go through. Also, we usually offer to the clients brand guidelines. This is very important to keep the branding consistent across all the breakpoints. And for example, you see all the color combination that you can have within the logo suite. So the color of the background can be with this main logo, and then you have the logo mark. So 4 elements: main logo, secondary logo, logo mark, and brand mark. Let's go into the stationery, the packaging. That is another touch point, which is so important to literally showcase what you do for your product and for your clients, and to make it stand out. So to sum up, the goal is to integrate your strategy into brand visual and the emotional elements in your website. And why branding is crucial? It's crucial for recognition, for consistency, help brands recall your company, emotional connection with your target audience, and differentiate you from the competitors. And how to keep it consistent? You use your brand guidelines and make sure that your clients or the marketing agency that is going to develop the communication will follow all the steps. Keep the design clean and focused, prioritize easy navigation, and test and run implementation. So as soon as you finish the project of branding, do not really abandon your clients. Follow up with them for at least the first 3 weeks, and after probably a month. So there is a possibility you can keep going and keep selling services. Not only the branding, for sure the web design, and then you're gonna have the social media template, the email marketing template, and the packaging is all part of an experience of the branding that is very important for your client. Do not overwhelm the client since the beginning, but let him literally getting trust into you.
Yes. Sorry, there was actually a very beautiful collection of images that you scrolled past at the top. Could you let the audience know a little bit more about this collection of images over here?
Yes, so this is one of the, I would say, first step that we take in consideration when we approach a project. So we brainstorm, we put together images and fonts and text that is like special for this specific project, and we create a mood board. A mood board is like I would say
your kind of whiteboard. It could be both digital, or if you prefer, like literally paper, and then you start to scratch on it and add in quotes or photo, anything that could inspire you. And usually this process takes 2 to 3 weeks, and you can work with your team. And then as a first step, then once you feel ready, you start to share with clients. And sometimes we prefer to invite clients to our studio, which is easier, so having a really an immersive experience, so they really can understand what we mean for brand. And the concept phase, it's really important to get them excited first of all, and also to understand I'm going in the right direction.
And
of course.
Yeah, make sure to include your palette inside the mood board, and then show the client no more than 2 creative direction, so it understands that you have a clear idea about the vision, and attract also the right audience.
And I feel also sometimes we usually insert not only the final product, but also the lifestyle image. Like for example, if you're working with a hospitality branding, of course, you're not going to use just a travel image or maybe interior design. So try to put different kind of elements inside, so that you not only sell the product, but also the experience. Because I feel that in the last probably 3 years after the pandemic, it's really hard to get people and customers go back to the retail store. So you start to experience digital side, but then you really need to in order to make them to go to the retail store, you really need to create a memorable experience, which
absolutely.
Okay, I will go into the scrollytelling, which is the core of our webinar today. So what is scrollytelling? Is a modern web in modern web design. It's a technique, is a storytelling technique that aiming to reveal a story as the user scroll. It combines text, visual, videos, interactive elements to create a captivating narrative experience. It keeps user engaged and immerse them into your specific homepage or different part of your website, and add like a dynamic feel that gives the user the wow effect while he scrolls. So keep him like curious and push them to stay even more on your website. So how scrollytelling works? Let me show you like the main page of our website. It's very minimalistic, so we have black and white because we wanted to give a little bit more focus to the project for our clients. And
so instead of focusing on color, let's say now we choose to have more like a compelling kind. We play with animation and with the shape.
As you scroll, the hero section is going to reduce, and then you have this video, and like our belief and what we exactly do. So we transform brands, creating immersive experience through our exclusive approach to branding and web design.
And we really recommend to put that like in your hero section on the main page, so you are so the client or whoever is visiting your website really understand what's your niche, what's your focus.
And then you have this card overlapping. Another thing to keep in mind, like I would say pro tip, let the section breathe. So embrace negative space between a section and another section, and between a video and a paragraph, for example. So you have this very smooth transition. Another section, spacing, all the services, change the color as you hover your mouse. So we have branding. So okay, and then this transparent video that come up could be really like a light of attention. We pick eyes because of course our focus is branding. So let's enhance this. And we keep an eye even on the clients, not only during the project, but we keep going. So we walk you through in the journey together. Yes, again, as you scroll here, come up with this photo.
Keep it very dynamic. I think it's important, especially with Wix Studio, we're going to be able to do that compared to other.
Yes.
Yeah. And I see that you use a lot of shades, like you mentioned, that you have your black and white palette, but you're always bringing in all of the shades that are relative to that. So it really expands the palette that you're working with. You're not limited just to the two colors that are your really dominant colors for your site.
Sure, let me show you. Let's go into the portfolio. Let me open up one of the projects. I would say Habitat. This is an interior lifestyle store in the south of Italy. This was a major project because they wanted to rebrand after 30 years in the market. And the challenge was to make sure to keep them very close to their roots, to their heritage. So as you can see, you have this hero section that keeps all over, very impactful. Is impactful, of course, and then you have the gradients. So Wix Studio allows you a lot of flexibility in the gradients. You can play around with the dots in the editor and literally make a background stand out somehow. Okay, the scrolling effect. So even here, the mood board is very sophisticated. They work with a high-end and quality, and the company, they prioritize innovation and quality. So the palette is very subtle. Then you have this mouse effect.
Nice.
Logo mark. Try to use 3D elements. And this is the color combination of the logo suite. And again, here you have 5 colors. Main color is plum and off-white, and the three colors to balance it up: sky, cherry, and noir. And over here you have all the gradients. So you can play around with the palette. You don't only have 5 colors, but you can be like 25, for example.
Yeah, 5 colors.
Yes.
Very color with gradients. So
I will say that now we can. Oh, this is kind of nice as an interaction. So to keep user engaged. I would like to give you an overview of how we work from the beginning. So a step-by-step website structure. So we start to come up with the whole idea to plan a website in Figma. So as a first step, we define the goal, we define the audience, and also what do we want to achieve with this website. So for example, showcasing products, provide information, and general leads. Plan your content in advance. So outline the main section and the page your website needs to include. So the home page, the about us, the product, the services, and the contact. And you create a navigation to see if the content flows, if you have all the information set up. As soon as you map out the website into Figma, you can easily transfer in Wix Studio. This is one of the biggest features, and we are so happy about it. Thank you, Wix Studio. And that when you transfer all the information into Wix Studio, make sure to set it up your library. I wanted to show you how. One sec.
I think while she's setting up, building it in Figma, I think it's also very productive and efficient because you can have the full overview. So you have the 360 approach. And also a way to avoid that customer maybe already you have already built your website, so you have already spent time. So instead of going back and forth, I think it will be, at least for us, work really well to show them the full overview in Figma and provide the 3 mockups with just 2 creative directions. This is our pro tip. Instead of presenting like 5, otherwise it drives you crazy. So to avoid that, just stick to 2 creative direction and yeah, and you can sketch out the layout, and then you transfer all the information in Wix Studio, the limited one.
As soon as you transfer the information in Wix Studio, start to set up the library. So in the add panel, you can scroll down to site style, and here you can start including your assets, your branding assets, starting from the typography, and then you go into the colors. So directly, automatically, the colors is gonna be included into your website. And play even with the global section, so you can use the section for the home page, you can transfer in other page of the website easily to keep a consistency between the page and let the content flow somehow, and even the branding. So here, let me go. Okay, so we are in a website we created for Habitat. It's not online yet. It is in. We are developing it. It's gonna be online in November, and you have this hero section and review portrait. So it's very major and impactful, and you have this kind of nice effect with the mouse, and action that trigger get a free consultation, and here the menu just with the dot, so it does not overwhelm. And again, the style that we set for this brand. It was very sophisticated, very elegant, but yet contemporary and modern. The values: integrity, innovation, and results. And in this section, you can have an idea is a little bit more dynamic, I would say. You can have an idea of the transformation they can get in your house in terms of color, in terms of decor. So just to highlight what they do. Facts and figures, so years of experience, client service, and etc. You see how the palette like scroll in the home page, literally full. So keep this in mind. And yeah, the last section with the contact,
just a hint with contact, and get the final user excited.
And the footer. Okay, I think I will
Beautiful. Sorry, I just wanted to go back for a minute. So what you're presenting to them first is your brand vision. So you're bringing them this beautiful concept site on Studio where you're showing off the palette that you're going to use. You're showing off some interactions that could be beautiful on the site, fonts, all of the different components. And at that moment, they still haven't yet signed on to necessarily move forward with the site, but you're already selling them on your ability to create something beautiful as a web designer. Like you're already planting the seed without necessarily moving forward with the website. You're really just presenting the branding at that time. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, absolutely. And this is like this is an amazing way to showcase to the client the potential, the goals they can achieve with the website. And yeah, the goal is like literally create an emotional connection with the final client and engage them. So as much as you show them, they're gonna get, okay, this is the wow factor, I would say.
Yes, absolutely.
We also present three different, which we really recommend to build your package in three different plans. So we usually have a basic plan, silver, gold, and platinum. We recommend to start with basic, of course, especially if the client is new, so they start to get familiar with you and get know you, and then slowly by slowly, it's really them to reach out to you and say, okay, I'm interested in moving forward with different services. So this kind of worked really well for us.
And I actually have a great question from the audience that I wanted to just pop on here. They're asking, how much time are you investing before you sign a client if you're putting together such a detailed brand kit for them?
I would say that we start from the branding. So because we were born as a branding agency, and in a second step, we realized that web design is the main touch point for a project. So otherwise, the branding stay on paper, and how you can showcase, of course, with products, with the packaging. But the most important thing I think is the web design, the website that we're gonna build. So I would say the branding phase is around 6 weeks to 8 weeks. And then the clients starting gain trust in you, start understanding your capabilities, start understanding what is the potential, and is the right moment then to tell him, okay, now we can start building up the website. You create a beautiful mockup, and 90% of the case they're gonna go for it.
Because they already know you. Yeah.
Yes, and you showcase the capability, and again, Wix Studio will help you a lot to enhance and to engage with the clients, thanks to this animation and motion without no coding, which is like a game changer.
And I would say
absolutely
is also make sure that your website it's updated with the project, especially like passion project. So sometimes, of course, we try to work with different clients, and most important with different kind of in different industries. So whatever, if it's hospitality, beauty, lifestyle, fashion, tech. So this is what we do at the beginning. But then if we really want to stick to one of your niche, which in this case for us is hospitality and fashion, and you don't have so many projects, you don't have clients yet, the best way to reach the right audience is really to create passion projects, which are crucial to attracting your desired audience. That's true that is in of time, 100%, but this is also a way to attract the right clients, so you can showcase your style and unleash your creativity. We also use mockups to present portfolio professionally. So instead of just to be consistent, this is a good way to demonstrate the final effect of packaging and marketing materials or stationery to the final client. And I think it's also a way to sell even more services.
Yes.
And also passion project. One thing I would like to add is allow your creative flowing, your creative juice, like literally flowing, so you can feel empowered even by yourself. So I'm doing something I really like, because I think most of the designers pick this job because they have a passion for it. So this is important, not only doing jobs because you need to do it, but also because you're enjoying and you love them.
Absolutely.
And I think we can go to another section. Something that is very important for us is the aspect of get in touch with people. So create a community of artists and collaborators, because you feel part of a group. You feel empowered, especially at the beginning. You are walking through a very hard,
let's say, challenging time. So the best way for us that work really well is to create a network of people. So cultivate partnership, go to happening, talks, events, and we are partnering up with the Soul House globally creative community, and we actively participate in workshops and talks. And this helps us a lot to shape the network. And also, I think it's really, really important as a creative agency, creative studio, to partner up with a photographer, videographer, artist, stylist. This way, you can broaden up your aspect of and get in touch with different artists and work with them. So you don't
also as a service, because you after branding, every website needs brand photography. Needs product to be
showcased. So you need to partner up with. So this is and especially client and the first experience, they really appreciate that you can say, okay, I can offer you these services. So you can offer like a palette of services. So they feel they don't need to go. Okay, I will go to Les Marteau for branding, and I will go to another one for a service for photo services or video. So it's way to be more consistent.
So you basically want to offer them as many services as you think that they are going to need in their journey at some point. So long as you've already made that network, it makes it easier for them when they do want to, okay, now they're ready to showcase their products. They want to have a really robust website. And of course, that means having personalized photos. It means having a photographer that's going to capture all their products. And rather than them having to do the extra work, you're already providing that as first of all, you're providing and also offering it as a service. So it's another way for you to upsell your business to your clients.
Absolutely.
Great idea. Great advice.
Also stay on brand, because maybe they hire another photographer and they don't follow any of the rules that are in the brand guidelines or in the concept that they want to achieve and the vision that we have for the project. And it's a shame, because you invest time, you invest resources.
All the beautiful work that you put together then is not going to be delivered in the right way. So it's important also to follow. That's why it's important to follow up and touch point with the clients even after you have ended. You hand off the material, so you complete basically your assignment.
Actually, we have another interesting question from the audience I wanted to ask you guys. So Samantha's asking, how warm are your leads? I can't imagine doing this for every potential client I come across. Do you really suss out, do you do a lot of effort to understand the potential of a client before you present something this detailed? Are you only offering it to clients that you feel like you're probably going to end up working with them? How do you decide how much energy to put in?
I will say that we brainstorm a lot about it, and sometimes we create custom package, custom plan for each client, and we really analyze whatever they have already online. If they start from scratch, we understand the potential. First of all, we analyze the budget, the target audience,
vision, the mission, especially in the short, mid and long term. Because if a client comes to us and okay, my budget is very low, I just wanna, so my vision will be, and I don't know, in the next 2-3 years, and then it's just a trial. We say, okay, probably we don't need to invest so much time on it.
Or maybe we are not the right.
Or maybe we are not the right agency potentially, but absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I would say that we invest, I would say 2 days understanding what is the main offer for the clients, because we really pour ourselves into it, and one of our main values and ethos is make the clients happy and really literally make their dream happen somehow. This collaborative approach is very important to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we can go to how we work with clients, and we can show you the process we go through. If Carly, you are down for it.
Of course, yes, please. We'd love to hear.
Okay, so as Anna just mentioned, we really have a very collaborative approach from discovery to launch. So as a first step, we kick off with discovery phase. So we set up a call with client. This is just a listening kind of session. So where we get the clients talk about their main idea, what they want to achieve, what are the core value of the business, what is the driving purpose, or why are they starting off a business, what's the timeline, so whatever it's their timeline, also in the next future, whatever, if it's a short term, mid term, or long term, just so you can set the expectation, and also what desired target audience, which is really important. Based on those feedback collection, then we meet internally. We have a brainstorming session, and we started to put together a questionnaire with a very detailed question, which is going to help us then to build the strategy. Then we get the questionnaire back. Usually, let's say the discovery phase, it will take about 1 to 2 weeks. It's a preset questionnaire, so we don't invest too much time. And then based on that, we move to we send the contract to the client, so we make sure that we are all set and we are
Yes.
happy, ready to start. Most important things. And then as a second phase, we move into the development phase. So we have this internal brainstorming with our team, which will take about 2 weeks usually. And then we try to invite the client over to our studio just to have more like an immersive experience if they are based in New York. Otherwise, we just have like a Teams meeting where we created this, or in Miro, so we create a preset whiteboard. We invite them on it, and then so they can add the comments, and then we feel that this is a very easy way to cooperate and collaborate with them. And so also they can share feedback. So the second step is creating a mood board to visually represent the concept, the value, and help us to unify the approach and ensure that all the ideas align with the client vision. Very important, visual identity.
The visual identity, yes. We take, I think, about 3 weeks. It's based on the client availability, of course. We try to, every week, we touch base with the client. We maintain a very vivid and authentic conversation through emails. Yeah. We want to feel that we want to let the client feel that we are there, we follow him, we walk with him into this journey, ready for tips, recommendation, and so be present. That's important. So they gain trust into you, and of course, again, we do this job for passion, so we are very dedicated to every project.
Well, not only passion. So let's look at investment side.
Yes, so we start from the strategy. As she said, the second part is put the strategy in action with the visual, with the brand identity. That for us is super important. We have a team for colors, and we take 2 weeks. We present 2 different creative directions. As I showed you before, we create this mood board. The clients pick the one that mostly speak to him, to her, and then the second part, as soon as the client approve, is to go into the actual design. So design of the logo suite. These 4 elements: main logo, secondary logo mark, and brand mark. From there, we start developing any kind of illustration, brand pattern, graphics that can be helpful and can be incorporated in a packaging. Or, like for example, for a dental studio in Italy, they use an illustration to be literally hand drawing on the wall. So this was like one of the great satisfaction for us, because they own a building and they start branding all the building from the facade to inside. So literally it's a journey.
Wow. I would say that's why we really trust, and we think we put so much effort on branding, because everywhere you go, even if you walk on the street or you go in a restaurant or wherever you go, it's all about branding, right?
Yeah. So the next, so development phase, execution phase. So after the brand pattern, if the clients need any icon to design for the website, we go for it, and we include in a package, I would say 10 icons. All the additional icons, additional element, we consider as an extra. We set a total of, I would say 3 reviews, no more than that, and any extras is going to be additional one to keep the project, to respect the timeline, and to keep the project even consistent, so the client feel engaged as much as possible. And okay, last part is literally the handoff. So we put together all of these beautiful visuals and lifestyle image and branding assets, and we want to make sure that the clients follow all the guidelines. We create this book, which is a manual of 80 to 100 pages, it depends. It seems overwhelming, but it's important, where we highlight how much negative space you need to embrace around the logo, what is the background you can use with this pattern or with the other pattern, and anything that is connected with the visual, even the direction for the photo shooting, for example, because they do not maybe choose to hire you for photo shooting or one of our collaborators, so they need to have everything in place. So you need to give them, to make sure that you deliver all the tools to make them succeed, to make them walk by themselves in their journey. And then the marketing agency or whoever is gonna manage their project can follow along. Happens in the past that we get our clients literally ask us, please keep an eye on the next steps because we feel we are not going in the right direction. This is something we do complimentary, of course, because you build a relationship with the client.
But then we really would like to have to follow also the social media campaign or all the marketing assets. So that's a good way to upsell different services.
And training and support. This is, I think, the last step before moving to the web design and promoting. Web design, social media template, and email marketing is like unbelievable what Wix Studio did because everything is integrated into it. So you just need to click on Wix Studio and then you can manage and handle all the extra service that you're going to sell to your clients straight into the platform. And this is very helpful for yourself and for your company, and is very helpful for the clients because they can also have an overview of what's going on in his business, follow the analytics, and it's very transparent way to showcase the clients what's going on in his website. So what is the engagement rate and et cetera, et cetera.
And are you also, when you do this handover, in addition to this insane brand Bible that you're passing off with all of these pages of information so they can make sure to keep the brand vision that you created for them, are you also doing a handover on how to work with Studio to make sure that they're able to engage with the platform in the right way for their needs without, of course, disrupting anything important? That training you're also doing?
Of course, this is an important step. Do not authorize the client to make any adjustment in the editor. So, and even I recommend to do not transfer the website to the clients. Keep it under your agency so you can handle differently. And yes, and also in Wix Studio, another important tool, feature that they recently launched, thank you Wix Studio again, is you can create a kit and you literally create tutorial how to for the clients. So they don't need to reach out to you every single time. Kit is inside their website and they can take a look if they need anything, they can refer to it every time they want.
So you avoid this back and forth and time efficiency.
Yes, time efficiency. Definitely. Yes.
I think any takeaways?
Yes, I would say so. Just to sum it up, as a key main takeaways in terms of how we work with clients. So I would say the first and foremost, most important is follow them and create a memorable journey. Presenting 3 different plans. So I would say the basic plan, silver, gold, and platinum. So they don't get intimidated. So you can offer 3 different options. We start from branding. Let's say the basic. We usually start with a brand identity strategy. There we have different pieces like packaging design, printing and collateral, social media template, email marketing, web design, of course, which is I think under the platinum services. And also depends even from the budget of the client, of course. So you can, our recommendation is really do not overwhelm client at the beginning, so at the first touch point. So start slowly, and then it's really them to reach out to you to request additional services.
Yes.
The second point I would like to highlight is hyper-personalization. So enhance brand awareness and recognition by tailoring your approach to each client. So try to really stand out and custom-made whatever you're doing for them, whatever it's the branding or website, try to make it different to others. So they really come back to you, and also it's a way to know out, which we think it's really, really important.
Yeah, that's the way how we get new clients, word of mouth, which is the most powerful tool, because you cannot lie.
Yeah, happy clients aren't lying. That's true.
Exactly.
Well,
Actually, I will say that actually there was a question about this. Are you offering any kind of monthly services or packages that they're signing up for post-launch of the website?
Yes, definitely. Most important is follow up with the clients, but the best thing for an agency is literally have every month clients that come back to you somehow. So we offer a monthly package on SEO, website update, in terms of visual, in terms of copywriting, and
brand photography too. So especially with one of our clients, which is Jogunit brand, we help them with like updated the collection online. So
they have drops. So every 3 months they have a drop, but of course there are changes in between in terms of pricing. They do a trunk show, and we included the photos of the trunk show into it. So keep, of course, the client engaged as much as you can. And
also you can have like a monthly account just with materials, even like
email marketing for sure is something that really works and brings traffic from the social media too. So we have social media template and email marketing template, and at the same time we handle the social media and emails from the platform, straight from the platform, so they can see the traffic that come from social media and vice versa.
Yeah.
I hope it's clear.
Yes, absolutely. And actually we had a question about how long have you been working with Wix, and do you ever run into a situation where maybe you have a client that is needing to be sold on Wix? Do you have an approach or do you find that when you show them this beautiful brand book that you're creating, it's able to expose them to the platform in a new way and get them on board?
I see. I will say that first of all, we work with Wix from 8 years, I would say, but Wix Studio
even prior actually to build up the agency. Yeah.
But I will say that Wix Studio makes a huge difference, because you can increase tremendously the amount of price of your website, because of the coding, no coding potential and possibilities. So yeah, absolutely, I would say that. Yeah. I don't know if
it's an easy sell for you. Yes. Fabulous. Okay, ladies, is there anything else that you would like to share, or any key points that you wanted to wrap up still?
Ross,
I think, I would say we mentioned probably the passion project. It's something that we are really proud of. You feel just to drive your target audience and
attract the right clients. And into the website, make sure to embrace negative space and let the content and the section brief, so you create a very engaging experience for the clients. And do not overdo with the animation, and use more transition, but don't overdo with animation, because otherwise you get the client confused. Of course, it's based on on the request on the specific project you are working at, but as a main rules, do not overdo the web.
Yeah. And I think the last tip is try to create a community and partner up with different artists and collaborators so you can broaden up your chance to gain more clients.
So first of all, it's an excellent point to finish on because actually we do have our own community of talented creators that are joining us in the Discord. And I'm going to drop the link here. And Anna and Rosaria are going to join us in the Discord. If you guys want to hop on over, they're going to stay for 30 minutes so we can do an additional Q&A. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us. It was fabulous, very insightful. I hope that everyone had a wonderful time. So thank you very much. And for anyone who would like to ask some follow-up questions, please just hop over to the Discord and we'll join you there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Take care.